welcome to January 2018. I'm finally back after 3 months of morning sickness and I'm feeling great, so I'm going to dive right in. Just want to let you guys know really quickly that based on numerology, 2018 vibrates to an 11. It's a master number 11, so it's all about relationships, illumination, inspiration, passion, diplomacy, cooperation. So everybody's relationships are going to be on full frontal right now. Full frontal. The card that just popped out is Aries, you're doing it big. You are doing it big. Acknowledge that, okay? You're working hard. You need to start singing your own praises because you've built up to this. You've worked very hard for this. It's time to acknowledge what you've created. You've done very well. You've done very well. You are completely abundant. Hard times are over. It's time to just acknowledge it. Hard times are dead and gone. Start singing your praises. You know, start telling people that you're boss. You know what I mean? You're in charge. You're independent. Because we need our Aries, right? You guys are the first sign. You guys are the leaders. And you guys know that based on how well you do, you kind of set the whole tone for the entire zodiac. So we need you guys to lead the way. And the only way that we know that which way to go is if you're telling us which way to go. So be bossy, be inspiring, do what you need to do. You got a couple other cards that popped out. You want to let go of something. You want to let go, but it feels like a sacrifice to your work, and it's based on this is 9 times out of 10 pregnancy. So creating something, nurturing something, bringing something into existence. So is that what's going on? You've worked really hard this year, Aries, and you feel like if you want to maybe create something more, create a business, but because of how well you've worked, or even create a child, you know, whatever creation means for you, but you would feel like you have to let go or sacrifice all of your hard work and foundation building for this child or for this this birthing, this business. And the other card that popped out, Aries, was giving. Maybe giving a little too much at work, giving a little too much to your work that your family and friends are like, where are you? What's going on? It's not balanced, okay? And I'm definitely seeing more giving to the female than the male. So more giving to the female side of yourself than the male side of yourself. So either more focused on, you know, the way that I'm reading this is you've been working hard and you want to possibly let go and create something, nurture something. So something either intuition based or something feminine. So, you know, a pregnancy. But there's a young fiery type here that also popped out that also needs to be acknowledged. Okay, this is a young Knight of Wands. So somebody who's very optimistic. And then there's 2 other cards. Some confusion over older wands. Let's see what's going on. So you want to possibly, you worked hard, you're doing well, end of hard times, feeling that you might need to make a sacrifice or let go of something in order to create something new, but you're worried that you won't be able to give a balanced attention and give balanced building and foundation to this fire type sign. So this fiery personality, this very optimistic and very adaptable person who's been there for you in your past or has been around for a long time. And now there's some confusion because you know you want to get to this place of prominence and this place of happiness and abundance. There's some confusion here. You're kind of at a standstill. So, a couple cards popped out. One isn't acknowledged yet, Aries, and one is acknowledged. What isn't acknowledged is marriage, okay? So, although you maybe want to start something new when it comes to your business or when it comes to a baby, marriage comes first. That needs to be acknowledged. And you need to feel supported by a partner 100%. So you know that you can't do it alone. Maybe that's where the confusion is coming in, because you feel kind of alone with this decision. And the cards that just popped out everywhere. Okay. Some negativity surrounding your empowerment, especially at home. So maybe feeling very negative there. And then the cards that fell face down, so other cards that you haven't acknowledged, is you're feeling very much so at a standstill, at a halt within a relationship. And there's another person here. 2018 is all about relationships. It's all about working with others, working within relationships. So January is going to already, I'm sure you already saw it in December, January is already going to be a huge indicator of how your year is going to go. It's going to be all about trying to work with other people, but then also having the freedom to do what you need to do, okay? Because there's another person here that acts like an air sign, really like gets you heated, like either sexually or just emotional outbursts. This person really wants to build themselves up. And this person latches on to people like a lobster. Like they latch on to one person at a time. So it could absolutely be a Libra type, Gemini, could also be an Aquarius, somebody who's been around for a long time, okay? And not knowing where you're going with that. So more money coming in. Okay, let's see what's going on, Aries. Got a lot of cards that popped out, which is surprising because usually Aries doesn't like to talk about their subconscious. Okay. So I am going to cut the deck, and then we're going to force the cards so that we can get some clarity. Because these are just the cards that are just popped out being like, this is what needs to be said right now, okay? So I'm going to cut the deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the cards that popped out, Aries, is, like I said, feeling very confident, feeling like, okay, I've got my finances in order, I can sing my praises, I'm feeling very comforted. However, she is alone, okay? She's alone in this quest. Feeling like you want to let go of something, you need to make some sort of sacrifice. Especially when it comes to what you've built so far. You're okay with that sacrifice, though, because you know that you're grounded. And that sacrifice is possibly based on giving up your independence by having a child, giving up your work momentum by having a child, or by starting your own business or creating something on your own, okay? And that is based on giving back to family and friends, making sure that it's balanced, feeling like maybe you haven't been able to be there for your family and friends. And then there's also a fiery type sign, very optimistic, very focused on the past, especially the past of your relationship. So now that your relationship has changed so much because you're a lot more stable, and you're singing your praises, like I said, that is kind of doing something for this workhorse, because this person maybe feels like you're not giving back enough to them, or you're not giving out as freely as they would want you to, or maybe because they're really influencing your decision to let go and to become a parent, or to let go and start your own business. They definitely are influencing that. So now you have a lot of confusion because you want to get to this place of prominence. You want to do your own thing. You want to be abundant and positive and on a higher level, but you are afraid to let go. And that is based on the fact that you haven't acknowledged that you need family support. You need marriage. You need stability when it comes there. And you need to kind of feel like everything is all tied together. So if this is a pregnancy related reading, it is important to recognize that you need marriage first because of that support system. Even if you think that it's archaic, even if you think that it's just a certificate, there is something that has been ingrained in our psyches that says marriage is the proper step. And as an Aries, you guys are leaders. You guys are number one. You guys are very independent. So having a marriage can feel very stifling, but it's actually going to really much give you that support that you need. Because right now there's a lot of power struggles at home. You feel very empowered at home, but there's also some negativity when it comes to that empowerment. Yeah, some power struggles at home with the family. Like, I want to leave that with you guys because it's very cold. It's coming from a cold past and it's feeding into the relationship. And now you want to take a step forward when it comes to a relationship, but you really don't know how. So you're just sort of at a standstill when it comes to this this person who talks a lot and who really is very handsome, but also very much so gets you heated, and also the money aspect and just bringing in more money. So yeah, so that's just what your subconscious wanted to get out right now, Aries. And now we are going to do the actual reading. I'm going to put these up here. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, your reputation is really on the forefront when it comes to your decision to make a sacrifice when it comes to work or moving forward. A lot of fighting too over the comfort of the past. If you were to, you know, go on maternity leave or have a baby or do something like that or create your own business, that is bringing up a lot of fights just because there's fear there, because it's so comfortable now where you are financially that it's like, why make such a drastic change? But it will bring in a happy family, new beginnings, with a water sign, with an emotional type person, and just everything looking really good, new feelings. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of responsibility. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be a little bit of a balance. You're going to feel like you're constantly fighting people for your change and for your freedom. You're going to feel like something has to end, and you're going to feel a little bit powerless. But at the end of the day, you will eventually get back to that stable person that you are, because money and power and influence is not something that comes outward. It's all internalized. So it's really how you feel about yourself. And in the end, it's going to work out very well, okay? So that's the theme. So those cards were what your subconscious just needed to get out. These cards at the bottom were your theme. And now this is the actual reading. So I'm thinking the reason why you don't want to make this sacrifice is greed related. And I mean greed in the nicest sense possible, and not, see, greed has such a negative attachment to it, a negative stigma to it. Every time I say the word greed in a reading, people are like, no, I'm not greedy. But it's just a society that we live in. We have a fear, right? We have a fear, so we hoard. We hoard money, we hoard things, and that is greedy, wanting to get more. It doesn't have to be negative. It can absolutely be a positive thing, wanting to get more, but also wanting to bring in more so you can put out more. So that's really what's going on right now, is holding on to your power, holding on to your finances at home with family, and not wanting to make any step forward. And this water sign, this younger type, either emotionally immature or just younger, actually younger than you, person who is very spiritual, who isn't as greedy, who isn't as material focused and finance focused, is hindering your ability to kind of hoard your power and hoard your finances, but also helping that a lot, attributing to this fact that you need to hoard, okay, Aries? Subconsciously, you want to take a rest. Subconsciously, you know that fortune favors the brave. You are an independent go-getter. And 2018 is going to be quite the balance between moving forward and working with other people. So subconsciously, you want to take a risk, but this water sign or this young emotional type person, who's kind of like a cat, and I mean a cat in that they are very comforting to you, very cuddly. Like, this person is like, you kind of like, you pet them, like they're like your cat. They're more of your pet as opposed to your partner. If you know what I mean. This person is really hindering your ability to make a risk and to make a change because you feel like you need to kind of hoard onto your assets right now. But you are thinking that it'd be fun and that you want to manifest something positive. You want to do something creative, do something optimistic, have more fun, enjoy yourself, and not be so focused on finances and greed and money and, you know, and being secure, because you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of options that have presented themselves to you, okay, Aries? You've been doing some rest at home, just like the Pisces have, putting some space up, either resting with family or resting away from family, but you have been doing some rest, and you're thinking that it's time to get back out there and have some fun. And because family and friends right now, they also are very focused on finances and your power and what you're doing to empower yourself. And you're like, this is just not fun for me. I want to take a risk. I'm a go-getter. I want to do what I need to do. Hope and fear is soulmate card, okay? So you hope for your soulmate, but you fear it. So maybe that's another thing that's going on with, you know, with this pregnancy or with this creating a business, is you're fearful that at the end of the day, you're not with your soulmate. You're not with the person that you're supposed to be having a child with. You hope that you are, but there is some fear there. So that 100% has to be acknowledged, okay? And that's probably why you're thinking that you have to go out there and have more fun, because maybe you're like, maybe I can find my soulmate, because I don't know if the person that I'm with right now is my soulmate, or if you are single, Aries, that fear of finding your soulmate and then having to instantly get married or have a baby or, you know, start a family and give up your independence, give up your power, and give up your work life, okay? Last card, it's all looking good. Everything's going to work out just fine. Go have your fun. Go have your fun, Aries. You're going to get some judgment. You're going to get a lot of judgment. You're going to get a lot of people, a lot of relationships telling you what you should or should not do 100%. It's all going to work out just fine. Go have your fun. Aries, you know what you need to do. You have a lot of positivity. You have a lot of optimism. Take that risk. 100% take that risk. Make that sacrifice, because it will work out in the end. And do what you need to do, because you have a lot of support and you have tons of options too. You have a ton of options. So I think it's time to take a risk. Screw the judgment. It's coming no matter what. You know, people always have something to say about you, but if you listen to them, do you really think that your life would be that much better? The way that I've been living my life is I never take advice from anybody who is not in the position that I would want to be in. So if somebody is giving you advice where it's like, you're unemployed, like, or you're a horrible mother or something like that, or it's like, why on earth would I ever take your advice? Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Only take advice from the people that are in the position that you would like to be in, and screw the haters. You know, you're gonna get judged no matter what, and you might as well be doing what you love to do, okay? Go for it, Aries. Love you guys, and I will see you in February. Have a good January 2018. Also, if you would like a personal reading, send me an email. I put my email below. I always include a full astrology and numerology report, so I can let you know exactly what's going on, how the planets are influencing you, how the numbers are influencing you, and then a more detailed reading on your life right now for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, Aries? Talk to you soon. Bye.